Hi-ho, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have The Muppet Show. This is not a series, this is a special 2026 one-off special that could or could not lead to more episodes or specials on Disney Plus. Why? Because the Muppets have come back so many times, whether it's in theaters or it's in various series, like an ABC series, which was done pretty much like Modern Family or, say, Parks and Recreation or The Office, like a documentary camera following them around. It was done as a straight sitcom. It was sometimes done as an extension of their careers beyond this theater. And of course, all the movies were good in varying degrees, even when they weren't necessarily the main characters. They were kind of just mythical legends, and we were the main character in a sense because we existed through the little guy whose name now I forget, who kind of loved the Muppets growing up, and now is the catalyst to bring them all together. In this, well, the Muppets are bringing the Muppets together back in the old theater, recreated from scratch. I don't think it's the original theater, but yeah, this is rebuilt and down to the finest detail, and looks fantastic. But they're coming back together, and as Kermit clearly states, we're back, but who knows if we're going to go away again, because it all depends on how well this does. There could be more. This is, as you know, it's 2026, 32 minutes long. It's not long. I got to see it in a little special Disney D23 Gold member preview at 6 p.m. today, and then I took a nap. Because I couldn't really do this until after midnight with this in the background. I always do the episodes once they're available, especially when they're new. Brand new, of course, just premiered at midnight for the rest of us on Pacific time. I guess 3 a.m. Eastern, and so what do we get in this? We get a nostalgia drip. We get not even a drip, a tidal wave, a nostalgia tidal wave. For anybody who grew up with the Muppets, as I have, the people who were most important growing up for me were Jim Henson, Mr. Rogers, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg. Those kind of people. And that's just scratching the surface, but, you know, especially when I was little, you know, it's Fred Rogers. It's Jim Henson with Sesame Street. Well, whoever made the electric company, why can't I think of that? But yeah, we got Morgan Freeman and Spider-Man on that show. So whatever was on PBS at the time was what I was watching, and formed me as a human being. So, excuse me. No edits. So yeah, so that's to me this is very important, and it's very important that it goes right. And being that Seth Rogen appears in this, he's also an executive producer. He appears as himself, and he seems evil though. He seems very upset. Like he gets cut from the show, and then there's a lingering cut on him after Kermit or. Is it Kermit or Scooter tells him that he's not in the show anymore? He's like, but I'm an executive producer, and he looks as Scooter walks away. The camera lingers on him, and he looks very angry, like he's plotting something, like he's going to burn this place down. It just doesn't seem right. I don't know. He appears later on, and he is kind of acting as us in that role where he declares that. You know, where'd that Muppet come from? Oh, he's not canon. Yeah. So he's the comment section, basically, for this show, that somebody's going to eventually make that kind of noise. So yeah, will this go on to live another day? Will there be another special guest? Will Steve Martin come back and perform? Who knows? Of course, Martin Short will have to come along as well. I'm giving you guys ideas, by the way. You guys do Only Murders in the Building on Hulu. If they are not the guest really soon on a future episode, that would be kind of a shame. Cross-promotional shame. We also have a special guest, Sabrina Carpenter. And one of the great things about this, beyond just being back is the attention to detail on how everything was structured back in the day to make us old people feel comfortable, down to the Statler and Waldorf cutting into the song and making their own jokes. Even at the end, Statler and Waldorf getting the last laugh at the end of the theme. We also get just the cast marching onto stage and light the lights, everything else. So, and Kermit bursting, in a sense, bursting through the O and saying, "Hey, everybody! It's our special guest, Sabrina Carpenter." So that is important. How that's just there. They could have done it a million different ways, but the door swings open and there's Kermit. Gonzo, something goes wrong with his horn at the end. All those different things that just make it's comfort food. It's comfort food. You can make your favorite meal however you like, but whatever is your comfort food, the way you liked it when you were a kid, is the ultimate version. So, no matter how sophisticated your palate gets. So that's what this is. This is a dip back into our maybe not so sophisticated palate, but it's a dang good one. So we get to see, of course, all the drama behind the scenes with Miss Piggy, of course. And again, when you're backstage, it affords them every opportunity to just throw in every single type of character they can. And this, I mean, like Kermit makes the point, it's a make or break kind of episode as to whether there's going to be more of these. So yeah, there's a Gonzo situation, there's a Gonzo skit, there's a they didn't do a Pigs in Space, but the Pigs in Space do appear in the background. They did a Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker. The Electric Mayhem shows up. Janice provides some breathing advice for an overstressed Kermit. And of course, just there's going to be drama when Piggy and Sabrina Carpenter, who are roughly the same height, well, actually, in this case, Sabrina gets to be the tallest person in the room for a change. So, and by the way, I don't listen to her music. Sorry, Sabrina. I'm sure you're watching this. I just didn't realize she sounded so country. And that's not the fact that, I mean, it is strange that the very first bit is her singing one of her own songs. Is it? I'm pretty sure "Manchild" is her song. I mean, it's her lip syncing to that song while chaos erupts around her in a Muppet bar. No alcohol is consumed, but yes, it's a Muppet bar, and Sabrina is sort of the waitress controlling chaos while she sings her pop song, an abbreviated version of it. But I just found it strange. I realize that not every host, not every guest, I should say, is going to be a pop star. So that might not be the situation for every episode. It's not like, again, if we put Steve Martin on the stage, he's not going to sing his latest hit. There's no King Tut going to be coming out of Steve Martin's mouth. Probably. So yeah, it was strange seeing her do that, but I was very happy to see later on her singing a duet with Kermit. And I won't say what it is. It is also a humongous throwback type of song to the era of the Muppets. It's not a Muppets song, but it is definitely a song from that era, and in my opinion, the last good country song ever sung. Again, that's why it makes she has a voice for country, and she just never seemed. I don't know why she ever seemed to be a country singer to me. I don't know. Just saw her in Saturday Night Live. I don't remember anything like that, but I guess maybe she did a different type of song. Either way, she's a perfect guest, mainly because she will bring in a younger audience who is like, well, it's Sabrina Carpenter. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna watch that. What are these puppets doing here? Sure. So, yeah, you know what it's like to have nieces growing up and trying to introduce them to the Muppets, and that generation just not getting it at all. I think they're late millennials. I think so. Uh, but I have friends who have little kids now who are excited to see the Muppet Show. So yeah, we'll see if we get to watch that with them this week. Either way, being 32 minutes, you got to rush through a whole lot of stuff, and that's part of the plot of the entire first episode here. Kermit's overbooked. Kermit has said yes, of sorts, to just about everybody he can, and Scooter's reminding him that he can't fit everybody onto the show. And as much as it's also the kind of thing where all of us would love to see our old favorite act. You want Llewellyn out there, tossing fish? Sure, we want that. There's a lot of stuff we could go back and look at from the old days that we want brought back. Do we want Mana? Do we want that? Do we want that earworm in our head for the rest of our lives? Maybe at some point they'll do that. To do a new version of that. Do we want Luke Skywalker and the droids and Chewie just showing up? A lot of this stuff will depend on how well they pump for nostalgia to keep us old people interested, and bringing in new acts, new pop stars, new actors that can also sing, because this is really, while it's a variety show, it's meant to evoke vaudeville from a century ago. And very often in the old show did include a majority of actors and actresses and music acts that at first only our parents recognized. Yeah, I mean, sure, we had Elton John. Sure, Elton John was a big star at the time, but the Muppet Show didn't get bigger stars until later, because at first it was poison. Most people didn't want to watch them be on the Muppet Show because, what am I doing? It's a bunch of puppets. Sure, it's the Sesame Street guy, but come on, what are we going to... A lot of people weren't really up for doing it, and once it started to become a phenomenon, a lot of people started doing it. So maybe we can have a new generation of this. It'd be fun. It'd be neat to see this happen again, without any of the... You don't need a Muppet movie. You don't need this to feed into a whole new line of stuff. It just, bring the generations together. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. It's that nap. Refresh my voice. So yeah, the Muppet Show, if you're an old schooler like me, you'll probably enjoy it. You'll probably enjoy it. There's a few things here that, for me, felt a little uncomfortable. I really didn't like the audience. I'm sorry. I realize it's populated with generic Muppets and over-enthusiastic non-actors that are just demonstrably, overdoing. Hey, everybody, we need everybody to clap like you're clapping, but not clapping, and also a bright-eyed and big-faced, and for me, it just didn't. It was a little obnoxious. It's necessary because Maya Rudolph is a guest, and she is in the audience. She's not like a guest on the show. She's a guest in the audience, and she is there, and she is Maya Rudolph, and she finds apparently true love with a Muppet. Briefly. So, it was in the trailers. I'm not really ruining anything. And again, I don't think anything that happens in these episodes sticks. There's no canon, let's just say. Sorry, Seth Rogen. But yeah, and I'm still having problems getting used to Kermit's voice. It seems a little bit deeper. I don't know. It might grow in time. It might have to grow on me in time. But either way, it's great to have the Muppets back, and I'm looking forward to more, hopefully. What we're watching next is something that I picked. We were doing a lot of these special looks a few weeks ago about stuff that's probably coming just to Hulu, but I want to be able to talk about it. I want to get a little sneak peek of it. Some of these things are run 22 minutes long. This recent one, I think, is only like 6, and it's for a movie that's already out, I think. I want to get a little sneak peek, and it is called Get Help. It's directed by Sam Raimi. You know him from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films, Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, all those things. Pretty much if Bruce Campbell's in it, he's involved. It seems like it. So, get help. A Special Look is what we're watching next in the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. May the Muppets be with you. With us all. On the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge.